to Africa 54. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. Now, the World Health Organization is sending 900,000 oral cholera vaccines to Mozambique, where the cases of cholera were reported. The organization is warning of a second disaster if waterborne diseases spread in the cyclone-devastated Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. More than 700 people have died in the three countries since the cyclone made landfall on March the 14th. VOA's Laditza Hoke reports Doctors Without Borders and World Food Programme are in Mozambique to provide emergency aid.
Officials in Mozambique announced Wednesday that the first 5 cases of cholera have been confirmed in the port city of Beira. Efforts are underway to prevent the spread of the disease among survivors sheltering in squalid camps.
Cholera is an epidemic situation. You see, when you have one case, you have to expect that you will have more cases in the community. Therefore, the health workers are there in the communities, work hard with communities, how to organize them, how to prevent, how to treat water and everything to prevent the spread of the cholera.
Paris-based humanitarian group Doctors Without Borders has sent 3 planes to Mozambique with emergency supplies and personnel to aid the effort.
In this plane is mainly logistic items, tents, mosquito net, administration kits, toolkits, water and sanitation, chlorine, what is needed to really start the operation.
The group's medical staff is treating the injured and vaccinating survivors against infectious diseases such as tetanus. Emergency coordinator Dr. Axel Rons says securing food, shelter and clean water is essential.
If not, then we will face respiratory infection, diarrhea, all disease related with water, not clean water, all disease related with no sanitation, and after all disease linked with a vector like mosquito breeding in this new clean water coming with the rain, and it means malaria, dengue, leptospirose, yellow fever, and all these kind of disease that you have usually like 4 weeks after the big rains.
Dr. Rons says it is also urgent to treat people for trauma so they can engage in helping their community, especially if foreign aid workers don't speak a local language.
But the idea is really to hire them and to reach the community, to explain why we are here for, what we can bring to them, and especially when you do kind of distribution or bringing them this tablet to chlorinate the water, you also have to explain how to use it and where they can go if they have any kind of disease starting.
Officials say another challenge is to get food to remote and isolated communities. United Nations World Food Programme says 1.7 million people are in urgent need of food, and that the shortage will continue because an estimated 400,000 hectares of crops were washed away just weeks ahead of the spring harvest. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.
Students of the Maria Babangida Science College, Mina, a female boarding school in Niger State, can now broaden their knowledge and improve their academic performance, as a new hybrid library has just been donated to the school. There are also plans to renovate more academic facilities in the state to encourage students to read. Channel Television's correspondent Emperor Simon reports.
This was the state of the library at Mariam Babangida Science College in Mina, the Niger State capital, donated by the wife of former military president Mariam Babangida in 1991. State officials attribute the poor academic performance of students in recent times to their inability to access library facilities in the state. It looks like that trend would soon change with the new library being commissioned by the Niger State government.
Library, apart from promoting research and documentation, can provide access to many of the knowledge networks around the globe, which is necessary component of research experience.
The students are happy and look forward to a new learning environment.
It helps us in many aspects, academic aspects, like computer training, for people who write jam. If they are used to the computers here, it will be easy for them when they get to the hall.
We have any books at the library, no textbooks, no seats, no fan, nothing in the library. It was only the desk that I was in the library. So it was very hard for us to cope in reading our studies in the library. We have this new library now. I must improve in my studies. I must make sure I read my book to achieve what the aim, the goal I was brought to this wonderful college.
The state government promises to boost its effort towards revamping schools in the state.
We consider it as a component that wherever we try to renovate all the schools, there's a provision that we must also create the library. Though the library is not as sophisticated like this. So seeing this one now, I think I've told the Commissioner of Education to look at this one critically and see how we can now upgrade our own library.
Considering the declining reading culture among students, the need for government to provide well-equipped library facilities in all schools across the state has become more imperative now more than ever. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.